What's up, everyone? All right, so we're going to do a quick recap. I don't want to do a long recap because I want to kind of get away from charts as soon as I can. I am not super happy with my trading today. It was a roller coaster. I had one terrible loss on ACRS, and then I made it back. So I had some really good trades as it squeezed back up. So we're going to break down the trades from today. ACRS was the stock I traded the most, but there were a couple others I traded. Let's run that intro. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and we'll get into the recap in just 1 second. All right, everyone, so, well, you can see where I sit here. It's behind my piece of painter's tape, but I know that this wasn't a great day for me. The first stock I was trading was ACRS, and I honestly didn't feel super good about it pre-market because I was like, it's a 40 million share float stock. It's more expensive. This has choppiness written all over it. But pre-market, it actually made some nice moves, as you can see right here. And I did trade it pre-market, but I don't really remember even exactly where I took my first trade. I can just go back here in my orders. So it looks like my first trade was at 1160. So that was about here for the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. And that was a green trade for sure. It was 3,000 shares in and then back out. Then got back in with 3,000 at 63, got back out at 66. Got back in at 69 and then cut it at 1119. So based on 3,000 shares, that was, let's see, about a 30-cent loss. So that's a $15,000 loss at least. Excuse me. So then I was red. Then it looks like I got back in at 1150, had a small trade, got back in at 1160, sold at 1180, and that was a nice winner. Back in at 1190. And 1155 and 66 and sold at 25. So that looks like that was a loss. Yep, that would have been a loss. Where was that one? Let's see. Might have been somewhere in this area here. So or no, maybe that was earlier here. Maybe it was in this area. Yeah, it might have been in this area. Anyways, I traded it a bunch, and I was in pretty good shape at the open. We got this trade here, and I sold it. I had a good entry, a good exit, and then I got back in here, and I sized up with 10,000 shares, which actually isn't that big of size for me. But I was in with 10,000 shares at 15 as it ripped through this level. It hit a high of 15.17, and then dropped in one candle to 13.29. Almost $2 a share. And I stopped out at $13.50. And so I lost, no doubt, $15,000 on that trade. I was in with 10,000 shares. I can do the math without seeing even the P&L. I know that I was red after that trade. And it was the right thing to cut the loss. I mean, it could have halted going down. It was not looking good. And then it started to curl back up through here. And I did get back in cautiously with small size. It rips up here to 16. It pulls back. 1 minute pullback. It goes a little higher, but choppy. And so I think on that one I don't know if I even got back to break even after that trade, but I made some money on it. And then we went into this kind of longer period of consolidation, which ended up forming a 5-minute pattern right here. And that was a really good trade. I took a long there for the break of 16, but I didn't take enough size on it. And it rips up to 17.05, and it's halted, but I sold too soon and I didn't have enough size on it. Then first 5-minute candle to make a new high right there. That was a decent trade. And my last trade on it was a long around 1930. I was looking for it to continue up to 1950, and I cut that loss at about 1880. And I lost like 40 cents. And on that one I had, let me see how many shares. I had 7,000 shares on that trade. So lost like 40 cents. So 7 times 4, like $3,000. So whatever I'm at right now is probably 3,000 off my top, plus I also lost on UONE. So I'm a little off the top, and I was kind of asking on the one hand, I was hoping to have a really nice big green day given how, choppy the last few weeks have been. But on the other hand, I was saying, listen, is today the day to be aggressive? And, if the answer is no, then size down and step back. And on this, unfortunately, ACRC or ACRS was very choppy. It really was a very difficult one with some nasty moves, some really big topping tails, some gross rejections. And I don't know. Again, I haven't looked at, so I have a piece of tape over this, so I haven't looked at what my actual P&L is on ACRS. I think that I am green on it because I had a nice move right through here. And everything else was small. I have a small red trade on UONE, I'm sure of that because of where I was in and out. Small red trades on YTEN. BNGO and CHNR are small. I don't know if they're red or green. But ACRS was the main one I traded. And look at that rejection right there, that type of stuff. That's what's so hard. So anyways, I'm pretty sure that I'm green today. And I am trying to practice this technique of not looking at my P&L so I don't feel this emotional frustration and disappointment and everything else. So I'm just kind of saying, you know what? Focus on the trades, the profits will follow. And today, while I was focusing on the trades, I was just feeling like it's really choppy. And today's probably not a good day for me to overstay my welcome. So I'm saying I'm done, and I don't really care to I don't care to take any more trades today. I'll come back tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow will be better. I guess I'm just going to see where I sit on the day. I'm done trading, so it's not going to affect me because I'm done trading. Okay, so $6,987.50. 10,000 on ACRS. That's more than I thought. That's nice. 10,000 bucks on that one. But up only 7 on the day. Yeah. So I must have been up close to 10, probably a little over 10,000 at my peak there. Well, hey, you know what? 7,000 is more than I was. I mean, that's fine. That's a good day. Hey, that's a green day. That's a green day. It's halfway to the daily goal of 10 grand, but I'm happy with that. And now it's very important for me to shut it all down and shut off the charts and walk away for the rest of the day. I do not want to get FOMO. This might go to 25 bucks. I don't care. I don't want to get FOMO. I can't get back in. I've got to be grateful to be green, even if it is only, only 7,000. That's a little, that's not a big day for me, but that's a green day. And if I can be green again tomorrow, it'll be the first time this month I've put together 2 back-to-back green days, which would be phenomenal. So I'll hope that maybe tomorrow I can have another green day. And one of the things I was telling myself this morning, I said, you got to be really careful about adding. Just when you've got some profit, just take it off the table and then get back in, take it off the table, get back in. And a couple of the trades that I added on were trades that I probably could have just sold for a profit, but instead I was adding for the big move. Well, this isn't really the market to be expecting a big move. Again, we did get a pretty good size move on ACRS, but it was choppy in that move. So if you didn't take the profit when you had it, within a second you were back to break even. I mean, there were times where it was like that. So consistency, getting green, staying green, and today was not an easy day. I almost was like, I don't even think I want to trade because I don't see anything on the gap scanner that looks good. And then ACRS started to squeeze up, so I decided to give it a try. And $10,000 on that stock. I guess I'm glad I did. It was the only one that it looks like I did well on. So that's good. I'm a little, it feels in some ways like after how much I lost last week, $6,000, it's nothing. What is that? That's not going to get me very far. Sorry, I was out of focus there, but that's fine. It's really not about that. When the market's hot and we're seeing some clean momentum, trading just for me feels so much smoother, so much easier, and I'll know when it's hot because we'll be seeing stocks ripping and I'll be doing really well. And today, it really wasn't that hot. I am actually probably fortunate to be green, especially considering I was down at, well, on a 10,000 share position, 15,000. I don't know how much I was up before I went red on that. So I think I'm pretty sure I was, I'm pretty sure I was green. Because at that point I had already had a couple of really nice trades on it. And I think that's why I sized up, because I was feeling like, all right, I'm getting dialed in, I'm getting good. Bottom drops out. Fortunately, we don't see that a lot, but it happens from time to time, so it's just part of the deal. It's just that this is not a good time for those things to be happening, because I'm trying to rebuild confidence and kind of get myself back, centered. And so to have something like that happen right now, I could have just as easily closed red and been like, man. But I'm glad I'm green. I'm glad for that. So that's today. I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys then, live streaming right around 9 a.m. for the morning show. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the morning. All right. Bye, everyone.